Hello everyone, in this video we're going to be doing evaluating functions graphically, and if you did not like algebraically, I think you're really going to like graphically. It's very straightforward, and it actually does make sense in the context of the problem. So notice that in each of these problems we have f of x and g of x, so that's really important. We're looking at the x values. Remember, this is the x-axis and this is the y-axis. So we're going to be looking at the values on this axis, on the x-axis. So the very first problem that we have is f of -1. So what I'm going to do is on my f of x graph, I'm going to go to the x value of -1. So looking on my x-axis, I'm going to go to -1. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to draw a straight line like this and see what point I hit there. So you can see that I hit this point right here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at the y value at that point. So the y value at this point is -1. So f of -1 is -1. Okay, let's do one for g. So g of 4. That means that we're going to go to 4 on the x-axis on g. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to draw my straight line and see what point it hits. It hits right there. And I'm just going to look and see what the y value is right there. So my y value at this point is also -1. So g of 4 is -1. All right, let's do f of -3. So I'm going to go to -3 on the x-axis. 1, 2, 3. Whenever I draw my line right there, notice it actually doesn't hit any values. What this means is that f of 3 actually just doesn't exist. So does not exist. Nice try, graph. You tried to get us, but didn't work. Okay, and moving on to number 4, this is going to take a combination of each. So first we're going to do f of 0. And if I go to 0 on the x-axis, you can see that it's also going through the point y equals 0. So since it's going through 0, 0, that means the f of 0 is 0. Now let's look at g. G of -3, that means I'm going to go to -3 on the x-axis. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to draw my line. And you can see it's hitting this point right up here. So I'm going to see what the y value is that's associated with that. And you can see that's +4. So that means that g of -3 is +4. So it's going to be 0 minus 4. And 0 minus 4 is going to give us -4. So that is your answer. All right, number 5, we're going to find f of 3 first. So let's go to 3 on the f graph. 1, 2, 3. And you can see that it's going through this point right here, which has the y value of +1. So f of 3 is +1, so it's going to be 2 times 1. Now let's look at the g. So we're going to do +1/2 and figure out what our g value is. We're going to go to 3 on the g graph, so 3 is right here. And you can see that that is hitting this point, which is corresponding to the value of -2. So we're going to put -2. And now we can solve. 2 times 1 is 2. 1/2 just means divided by 2. So -2 divided by 2 is -1. And I put plus -1. It doesn't look very pretty, but that's okay. So 2 plus -1 is the same as 2 minus 1. So you're just going to get the value of +1. Okay, please let me know if you have any questions about these problems. Hopefully this was a little bit of a review for you. But if you are confused, just reach out to me and I would love to help you out. Okay, bye.